So the stress from that car accident caused her blood sugars to spike, and because we didn't know she had type 1 diabetes and I thought she had the flu, she ended up in a diabetic coma. It was very touch and go. Around 6 p.m. the first night that she was brought into the emergency room, they were preparing us for the worst. She was not responding at all. There was no coronary, no eye movement, no pupillary. I might have just made that word up, but there was no pupil response. There was no gag response. There was no pain response. They couldn't hurt her. They were preparing us that she was not going to ever wake up, but that we could still hope and pray for a miracle, which is what we did. And thank God we got the miracle. Maybe around 7:30 that first night, a neurosurgeon came in and he started crunching on Bailey's toes, and she got a little bit of a movement, like her shoulder tried to pull away, but the neurosurgeon, the doctor said that's probably just spinal reflexes. She's not here, she's not really here, don't get your hopes up. And well, I kind of encouraged him to keep going and keep doing it, and he did. And he pulled out a pen and he used that, he placed that in between Bailey's knuckle bones on her toes and his hand, and he squeezed as hard as he could, and her little baby eyes flew open. And I mean, we were pretty sure that was a response, but not completely. So he did it again, back on her other foot, harder, probably as hard as he could. I'd never been so happy to see a grown man hurt my little girl, but I was. And her right arm flew up like she was ready to fight dude or something. So that's how we knew that she was back. Now, of course, she wasn't brain dead. They're not even really supposed to use those terms until their levels are normal. So like her pH was way out of whack. She was alkaline or something. Her sugars were like 566. Potassium was off, chloride was off, CO2 levels were off. Everything was wrong. They sent her in for an MRI, and there was no swelling or brain bleeding, but they had already been treating her for swelling, so they basically just assumed they had treated her well. There is damage to her brain stem that did start to collapse and slip down her spinal column a little. With somebody my age, that's absolutely fatal, terminal. You're going to be unconscious for the rest of your life. Machines are going to need to breathe for you from now on. But with somebody still only 7 years old, they still have a lot of stem cells. They don't really understand completely how that stuff works. I'm sure you guys have recently heard of the baby who was declared dead, and the mother held her dead baby skin to skin on her chest for a few hours, and the baby miraculously came back to life. So, like, miracles do happen. We definitely got a miracle. It's still a long road out. You know, Bailey's going to have this condition for the rest of her life. We don't expect there to be any brain damage or long-term brain damage, but there really could be. There could be developmental delays. There could be reading issues. There could be vision problems. There could be emotional problems, like from here on out. She's going to deal with this for the rest of her life. She'll probably end up getting a pump, and she's going to need to inject herself with insulin before every meal and every snack. But she is doing well. And they took the intubation out today. They took her out of her medical coma today. She is sleeping because she's exhausted. And she says, how does she put it? I just want sleep. No, I want sleep only, is how she said it. She wants sleep only. So she is exhausted. She's been through so much. She's starving. She really wants food. The doctor has let her have some clear liquids that look like food. So there's some sugar-free Jell-O and sugar-free popsicles, but we are definitely going to be in the ICU for a couple more days at least, and then they will move us upstairs to the pediatric ward, where we'll be there for about a week. It could be 2. We don't really know. But we don't really care. Like, honestly, she's here, she's alive, and that's all that matters. And I honestly and sincerely want to say thank you to everybody in our local community and our social media community. I know that the prayers that you guys have been sending up, the blessings, the smoke, all of it, like, that has, like, you guys helped to save our baby. It was nothing short of a miracle. And all of the prayers that you guys put up, I mean, along with us, of course, and the doctors, can't forget the medical staff, that she's alive. We got a miracle. So I'm going to head back down now to the ICU. I'll probably do a little bit of editing and upload this video tonight just so you guys can know that she's okay. I should probably give you a date and stuff, but I'm not going to.